We're trying something totally new, totally whack jobbed out. I have no idea what the hell this is going to be like. Um, Something different. Sorry, we're little bit late. I was trying to figure out like what was going on. We're experimenting with some things. You're not going to notice much. Uh, hell, you're not going to notice hardly anything. I mean, for real, you probably don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm doing something. Trying to make sure that this thing is like, it's all a little bit strange. Welcome to the show. um, I've been playing with stuff a little bit. See if we can alter the look, the feel. I always thought I was going to do that. And ironically enough, here I am doing it on perhaps my last week. Um, Probably not my last week. Well, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see where we're at. So yeah, P Day is coming. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. We've either got one more week of this or no more weeks of this. I'm gonna try to see if I can do another week. Um, for what I don't know. I'll be going on night shift Monday regardless. Uh, the thing is, I won't really start on a true night shift, so that's why I'm saying it's probably going to be a little bit different. And because there's so much blue, I'm going to wear these too because I'm tired of not having the protection. Normally, I do this when I'm folding because, ironically, I feel like I'm staring at blue, but I don't usually do it on the video because I don't like the reflections you guys see. But then again, I usually try to keep this muted or so on and so forth. Plus, I don't want to look like that goob with the glasses, even though I wear them, but I barely need them. These are my blue blockers. I don't need glasses, but I do need glasses. I don't need glasses for anything we do on the show. Reading close up is fine. I'm nearsighted. Far distances I have problems with. Anyway, so but it's mild. It's really mild so far. Anywho, how y'all doing this week? Y'all do some good things. Y'all got some bad things. Y'all got any videos? Y'all got any like? I mean, obviously there's something that went down. Obviously these people that got videos produced and stuff made and everything that you would possibly see. More of our subscriptions there look like they're loaded up with stuff that you need to go and look at. It's always good to see like great video. Does it sound okay? I mean, that's actually one of my primary concerns is like one of the big things that changed was the sound. I did some things after learning some things and it looks a lot better, I think. My voice is great for video. I don't know. It may sound richer. I will try it with a headset too because I'd rather have the headset. I need the headset for building. We're gonna build today just because. Well, hell, I don't know. Maybe we will. I'm learning some things, but we'll see what happens. Mostly because this damn thing, it's just not agreeable. I'd like it to be agreeable, but it's not as agreeable as I thought it would be. So we're working on that. The fastest paper airplane in the world. You expect me to believe that? Paper Plane, the channel, 12 hours ago, no less, made a video called The Fastest Paper Airplane in the World. And you got a way to gauge that? I mean, really? Is there a way to gauge that? How do you gauge that? I mean, truth be told, that's the plane you're talking about, the fastest paper plane. And then right next to it, Modern Papercraft, 12 hours ago, also made a video how to make a superior jet airplane that fly far. And that aircraft looks like Firefox. And that aircraft looks way smoother than the fastest, quote unquote, the most fastest paper airplane in the world. Clickbait. Y'all go check it out. Y'all see what y'all think. 'Cause I don't know. But in any case, yeah, quite a few. Yeah, quite a few birds out there. Quite a few in shorts as well. I love the fact that everybody's using colorful paper. Obviously, if you're going to bring something like this to the table, no pun intended, you probably want to get colored paper involved. So, a lot of good planes, a lot of good stuff. The Easy Boat. Oh my God. Remember Powerhouse telling us about paper cars? Robert, do you remember paper cars? And I'm like, paper cars. Hey, that's origami. That's something else. I really don't. It don't fly. I don't really care. I mean, IVPAC doesn't care. Obviously, like we're paper aircraft weekly. I don't really want to. I don't know, but anyway, obviously with origami, I don't like taking out any origamiists. So like a lot of origamis on there, but a lot of them also involve building like the paper dolphin that's on there, or where did I see the other one for crying out loud? There was another one in here. The bat, the whale. So yeah, there's other things out there. Or hell, the boat. They're interesting looking things. That's a kite. Anyway, all of this is on our subscriptions. Just check out the subscriptions. If you came to watch me today, you came to watch like last week, you saw the differences. Week to week, there's some things that are like different. The flying fish. My God. That's from Avatar. What language is that? Oh, that's Korean. My bad. That's We Play. It's pretty cool. The origami claws. Man, I remember doing that in grade school. Paper jet from Fold On from 7 days ago, right about the time we were putting out the show the last time. I want to once again reiterate how some of these like cuts from most of these people that I almost kind of don't want to chance saying their names wrong. Like there's some great planes there. There's some great cuts. There's some great aircraft in general. So like it's French, it's Belgian, it's European in general. Cat looks a little like they're French, German, which I can say better than French. Avion de Papal. Is it Papal? I have no idea. I said I really don't want to screw it up. Sound like a freaking American, but that's what happens. So go check it out. There's a lot of things there, and again, that's what you're trying to see. That's what we're trying to show you. Like, if we're not busy showing you things on the show live, go find more because it's out there. Avion de Papel Tube. Imagine that. The girl's using painted nails. Yeah, pretty cool. She's good though. I wonder if the. Oh no, not. I don't know. There's a couple with the exact same kind of aviones de papel. Papel. You tell me what I'm saying wrong, but like, yeah, really, they're like different. It's like the same language and building at the same time. So I always wonder, like, who's doing it? You know what I mean? Like, who are they related? Are they brother sister married? Are they something? I don't know. The hell? Anyway, just something. Yeah, because I know this is more of a male-driven uh, art as far as the aircraft go, especially combat aircraft, because women probably we're more peaceful loving than we are. We're just bad. But either sex is capable of peace and war. So, and there's so many. There's just so many to see. Look, just go through the subscriptions, okay? I'm not being distracted. I just can't believe. Like, I'm not gonna list all these. Go look. Everybody's putting up videos, and deep meow. Most of it's creativity. I like how, and this gives us ideas for how we're probably gonna do it. Like, they're obviously you have the flight 1, 2, or 3 times, and it's like the prologue into the introduction of the introduction of the video, the prologue into the creation of the plane that flies like that. Wow. On that note, Robert, you should check out this one here from Electrogami from 4 days ago. The one that says make and fly a paper airplane in 1 minute. Your rubber band launching. Dude made a rubber band launcher. That is, wow. That is awesome. One-handed trigger launch. Electro gummies. Check it out, dude. He really, he times it? Really? Okay. I mean, that's great. But what I'm saying is like, dude, like you get that's some good stuff. That's probably a more basic plane. The more basic you make it, obviously, the better off. Wow, he only folds one side at a time. Man, it gets my OCD going when you do it that way because you can't guarantee, of course, that you're dealing with a plane that's like going to be symmetrical because he's folding. It, it's a base plane made a little bit more deluxe or whatever. Looking at it, but like, yeah, it's a base plane, pretty basic. But like, man, dude, you run a risk. Like, I can feel the risk from here that he's like, you don't know that they're going to be symmetrical because you're folding the one triangles on the one side, then you're folding the other triangles on the other side. You're not doing the triangles like you take your horizontal and you make if you make the folds, you make the first two triangles, then you make the next two triangles. He's folding the one, then the two, then the one, then the two, not one, two. I mean, like, dude, Yeah, that's one way to do it. I bet I can still get it done in a minute. There's a chicken in that picture, in that video. What's more impressive, actually, is the version of rubber band launch that he's got. That's more intriguing. Looks like perhaps it's got to be built in. I'd like a closer view of the shot. I didn't really view this video, but then I saw this now. I mean, we get a lot of them, so like I get a chance to watch some, and then I don't get a chance to see some. Kind of depend on you guys to introduce them as well, but like seeing that the the method like looks like two chopsticks attached to a clothespin attached to something that makes a trigger. And it's really cool because obviously it would adapt to any plane that you put in there. So yeah, I know it's cool. Like I said, dude start wearing glasses. I started wearing glasses. What do you mean, Robert? Welcome. I started wearing glasses 15 minutes ago when the show started. I started wearing glasses. I needed glasses in real life about 15 years. Wait, no, hell, dude, I was 15 years old. I just, like I said, you missed the early part. I barely need them, so I barely ever use them. But these are blue blockers. I don't usually like wear. You never see them because normally it's in during the fold. Uh, I don't usually have them on during this. You can catch a couple shows when I've got them on there, but like since I deal with a lot of blue light, I usually have them on. So I don't like wearing them, and y'all don't like seeing them because like, oh, he's one of those guys. Yeah, it completes the ensemble. I don't need them. They're cool though. They do work. I notice a distinct difference, and my eyes feel different. There's a warmer hue to everything. It's slight, it's subtle, but it's there. Like the yellow is way more yellow. Browns are way more brown. Everything's just got it. Yeah, even the screens are visible. So it's nice. It's nice having it. But anyway, yeah, dude, check it. Dude, I'm ready to check it out. Electro Gummies is hot. Can I wait? This would be silly. Can I do this? No, don't be playing music. Don't be playing it. Can I get this so you can see this? Yes. I realize how stupid it is to put it up on here. It's stupid. It's just really, really stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. I don't think there's go to. Okay, I need to copy that. All right, I'm going to do something here. Bear with me a minute. I'm going to put this on the main. Uh, where the hell did it go? Oh, you idiot. Oh, you idiot. Why is it down there? There it is. Well, that doesn't even need to be there because what is it going to do? See that? Oh, you can't see that. Well, look at this. You like that? Yeah, we're not doing that. You get, we're we're doing it this way. Okay. So anyway, so what you are stupid. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see if we got this here. I can do this. Huh. Well, look at what we have here. Check it. I'll do this. I mean, I don't know if I can make it clickable. Personally, I don't think I care if it's clickable. Where's the fucking center line? Oh, wait. I know where the center line is. I'm I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like ignore you guys. I'm trying to get this like set up. Oh, to hell with it. I'm leaving it like that. Okay. That there. There it is. That there. Perfect timing too. I know that doesn't mean anything. If I can make that clickable, can I make that clickable? I need to make that clickable. That's the electrogami one with the rubber band launcher. And it's like not even like 2 seconds in, you get to see an example of it. So it is a clothespin. Apparently tied. Some sticks in the shape of a Y, which could be chopsticks also. Well, the shape of the Y is the trigger, is the handle, the holster. What the hell am I talking about? And then what looks like chopsticks. I don't know where the rubber band goes. It's really cool looking. I'm more fascinated with the device than the aircraft because I know he did the aircraft to prove a point. I'm not entirely sure where the rubber band is holding it. Interesting though. Turn it into like a paper airplane gun. What's up, Bobby? How you doing, man? Hey, that's okay. You don't need, dude. You can never have too many places to go and fly, though. I mean, you lost one, you can always find another. It just depends on how far you're willing to go. And besides, you were flying some in your yard. Hey, maybe this will give you an opportunity to develop and perfect short range aircraft if your yard's pretty small. You know, I'm working on. You know, I said it before and I'm saying it again. You know how hard it is for IVPAC, especially IVPAC. If you're going to work on a design like we do, you know how hard it is to freaking get like. It's extremely hard to design the plane for the role, and then have said role. You know what I mean? Like, if you intend to make an interceptor, you will probably end up making 4 or 5 gliders and a couple short range birds in that mix before you get your interceptor. I shouldn't say that. I'm just using it as an example because interceptors are probably the easiest ones to make. Because you could basically any aircraft could be an interceptor if you just add enough weight to the nose. But oh hey, you got a swimming pool. That's actually great. You can work on a naval aircraft too that survives underwater. We could bring back the paper aircraft carrier. Oh, ask Matt about that one. Let's see where we get on those. That was like pure clickbait out of us like 10 years ago. We were like thinking like, sure we can make one of those. Everybody be happy about it. Let's go with that. And like the ideas are there, but boy, I don't know. I don't know if it could honestly be ever turned into anything true. Like, could we really use that? I don't know if we could really use that. I don't know if anybody would want to do it. Because again, like this isn't a matter of having dudes. You have to have dudes, little bitty dudes. I mean, unless you make it all entirely radio controlled, in which case you're really going to want to make it waterproof because you're really going to put it in the water and then you're going to want to steer the boat, land the plane, move the plane, and launch the plane. And hopefully, God awfully makes it fly so you can get it back. I mean, we think so fantastical about what these things are capable of without the real life aspects of it. Like, it's great to say that you got the fastest one or the stealth bird or whatever, but it's like, dude, let's bring it back down a notch or two. Like, as much as I like to create and fantasy and everything like that, I mean, seriously, like, we don't have to go overboard. Nothing has to keep naming, being named the stealth raptor or anything like that. They're paper airplanes. They're probably stealthy, if that matters. And you don't need to put angles on them because I'm pretty sure radar beams would pass right through a piece of paper. I think we proved this. So every plane is stealthy. You don't need to call it stealthy. Fastest, you can say that for clickbait, but again, this is the internet. This is the modern internet you're dealing with. You're probably going to have to prove it. And how do you prove that? By inherent nature. Well, it's funny that what I'm just talking about illustrates what I segued into what I'm just talking about. It's stealthy. Radar waves will probably pass through it. So you can't measure its speed. So you're not going to know you have the fastest one. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh man, incredible machine. So yeah, there's that. That like I've seen so many, and again, I'm not. That's a personal view, and I'm not trying to belittle anybody that does it that way either. So please don't take that the wrong way. You want to call your plane stealthy for whatever reason, you go right ahead. Do you? Because I'm not. I'm not your boss. I'm not your parents. I'm not your guide. I'm not anything. But you're never gonna catch me calling a plane stealthy because it's like, dude, I know better. You know. I mean, while I could try to say it's the fastest plane, and God knows I hope it is, but it's probably not. What you talking? Why did you put BE16? What's BE16? And what do you mean variants of Exile number 16? Like, dude, I don't think he's got variants of it. Again, it's number 16. Number 17, number 18, number 19 are probably all built the same way. And this is once again kind of the model of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He kind of tapped into a major resource by building number 16 that good. So, and I can attest to this because I've seen more that he's built. Matter of fact, you've seen another one that he's built. And I don't remember the number on it. I think he told us on the show, this was like a year ago now, but when he was last on there and he showed the actual picture, which I might actually have, but when he showed that picture, that was like another one. So we at least know he's got number 20, number 30. I don't know what number it is, but he's got another one. But it would be built the same way because it worked. Trying to see, like, because he didn't illustrate the one. Did he illustrate the one that he had? No, see, I don't think so because that one. That was bloody weird. What the hell did you just do? Oh, what the hell? Oh, bear with me. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Yeah, that was kind of strange. Excuse me. AMD just had an issue. So I'm not trying to do too many things at one time. I am not really sure what that was. A little bit of a hiccup. Let's attribute it to that. Well, the one you saw that was so good it's scary, you got. And again, like he built. I'm trying to see like if there was another one. Like, was there really another one that way, or was it something else? Media player is definitely having a field day, and I don't know why. You're not getting this weird ass video look, are you? No, you're not. Okay, good, because I wouldn't want you. You want the exact. He's not going to mail you number 16. I can tell you that right now. He's not going to mail you that one. Is that the only way you're going to get it exactly? And even if you did, you wouldn't get it because I guarantee you that by the time you got it, it'd be screwed. The way it would probably be, you know, like you'd fold it, you'd get it, but it wouldn't work the right way. It would be messed up somehow because it would be mailed to you. And that would make it jacked up somehow. I mean, I really don't know how, but it wouldn't turn out right. Everything blurbed and it looked kind of weird. forgive that little hiccup there, but now there's a little bit of weird reaction. I don't want to touch anything because OBS is showing something that doesn't look right, but you see that it's right, and that's more important. So I'm leaving that alone. But now Firefox is going absolutely batshit, and my background, like both of those are supposed to have live, and another one is like, yeah, something crashed, but it came back and it didn't affect you guys, but it just looked weird on my end. But anyway, hiccup. So, and again, you got the exact one. So anything that's on it is you. And like I said, like he can. I don't think like has export customers, as people like sharing these aircraft with people. You're getting the knowledge, but it can only be attributed to your folding style. So, I mean, you got it. I built it for you, and he built it for you. I'm assuming you probably built like 20 or 30 of them, and they all haven't worked exactly right, right? But you said Venom flew good. Although Venom is more of a balance. Like, it's kind of basic, and it's more of a balance. You can get that plane to fly really good as long as you get something similar to what it did, similar to what it does. So, there you go. Um, I have no idea about like that aircraft in particular. Like 16 was great. 16 worked. But it's like I don't know if he hold on, let me check something here. It really was made out of no. Here's one thing that is number 16. So here's one thing that you gotta okay, I want you to get, all right? 16 is something you may or may not have forgotten, that we may or may not have forgotten, okay? But 16, why is it doing that? That's okay. Hopefully it'll look all right. But anyway, 16 was built out of notebook paper. This could be a key difference. And just because that we know that they are like that, it makes a difference whether you build it out of copy paper versus notebook paper. And since again, Exile is just a phase 3, phases have actually always honestly liked, they're better to use and you can tweak them enough, obviously, because it's a stable platform. You can get great flights out of either paper, but since copy paper is a slightly thicker gauge, thicker bond, whatever you decide to call it, I like using bond, but it's a slightly thicker, very slightly thicker than notebook paper. The weight is different. It's the baseline, the phase 2, the phase 3, chaos, exile in these cases. They're strong enough that you can tweak them to get good flights out of either one. And in fact, you might beat them with the notebook paper or you might beat them with the copy paper. But phases traditionally, like when they rolled out as is, obviously the phase 1, the phase 2, and earliest versions of phase 3, they were always notebook paper. And they always had outstanding flights. And 16 obviously had outstanding flights. And you've seen like 212 and 263 and 283 and all the other numbers that you're used to seeing, they're built out of notebook paper. So again, like loose leaf, I don't know if it actually came out of a spiral notebook, but loose leaf, that may be the key. You just need just follow along on the instructions on those, building those that way, and like use that. That literally might be the thing that's preventing you from making the plane exactly that way. I don't know for sure. I can't really say that that's actually the case for sure, but I mean, I swear to God, it seems to be. And all of his are in flight. All of his are in flight. Okay, well, now all of theirs are in flight. It's ironic nobody's asked about those yet. I think those are complex. And he's got like those are unique ideas. Only the one on the extreme left on this view have I actually tried to duplicate or I've done before. I haven't tried any of the other ones, and I'm really intrigued by. Like, obviously, okay, now currently I'm intrigued by the one on the right because of trying to put vertical fins on everything like a real plane. But I'm also like, I really like the butterfly out wing pocket folding that he gave to number 2 in that lineup. That one's really freaking cool. I suspect it probably doesn't work the way you think it works. And don't even ask me. I couldn't even predict how it would fly because I'm also scared of how that turns out to being like a little style of Delta Diamond back there. I don't think it's weird because you already got the winglets down, the anhedrals down, but then you got more wing outboard, greater wing area, essentially cranking it on the leading edge, and then a mild form of Delta Diamond. That one's crazy. And I can't even begin to tell you how to build. I can definitely build the one. Okay, I can build 3 out of those 4. I'm not entirely sure how he got number 3 there. The third from the left, the second from the right. I don't know because that paper looks like it's folded back over. And I don't know where extra paper would come from. But then again, his wing pocket is really, really far back. You notice that on those? Notice how like if you built a phase or you built a phase 1 or phase 2 or for anyone, phase 1, 2, 3, the wing pocket's like way up. Like you get it and it's on like close it forms a triangle on your winglet, on your anhedral. But those like it goes way back. And then the wing stops. And the wing pocket goes all the way to the trailing at the very tail, the very trailing edge of the anhedrals. I would need more details on those because I don't know if he cut them straight away or the folds are different. I mean, the cord looks the same. The leading edge angle there looks the same. How can you tell? You don't ever get a close up enough to be able to see. I mean, it's not a matter of like saying that versus not, but like that video in particular. Like, yeah, but that video of Exile 16, like, you can't see close enough. The only reason we know it is because we were there. I mean, there's never a shot in. I'll see if I can find it because I've got it on my drive, just like it's online. What the hell? What did I call it here? There it is. Oh yeah, Exile 16 is scary good. Uh, yeah, it's because we were there. It's because it was. It's because it was there. Like I'm sorry, it's because we were there. That's why we know. I mean, I remember flying it because I was talking about the other planes that were there. The 625 died, yeah. Ironically enough, one of my heavier papered birds on that particular flight. Watching it in the background. Y'all can watch it. It's on the So Good It's Scary video. And the thing about that is like what you're saying there, though. But oh yeah, it's scary because it looked like it went in the. You looked like she was going to go in that ditch and destroy herself. That's why it's called So Good It's Scary. Um. Yeah. But like, dude, you can't really. So I mean, first of all, you never get a close enough shot to be able to tell. We just know. But second of all, that was in the middle stretch of once he found that out, he was building them all like that anyway. So they all look basically the same. You just have to see if you can find like the little fins that 16 is known for. And again, that's not. It's not fins. Well, yeah, it is fins. Okay, it's fins, but It's that. And like I said, in the video, you can't see that. You can't see because they're so small in relation to the rest of the plane. But you can definitely tell his wing pocket, like the STE's got on there, the slanted trailing edge, to make it that triangular, the rhomboided wing or whatever you want to call it. It comes to a point. Looks like it comes to a point in the back. And again, we were there, and that's basically all I've got, But it was like a little bit longer ago now than it was back in the day when we said this, but still, it is that plane. And it's only that plane because a lot of his planes were like that. It just so happened to have the pins like that and the strakes like that. Whatever you want to call it. The tail plane that he had, it's kind of like a version of an empennage, except it's really a micro empennage. But that's how he did it. So yeah, I mean, to get it, you gotta like, I mean, look at it. He didn't even cut like a forward-looking like leading edge to the pin. The little, I keep calling it a tail fin because it's so damn small, but it's what it is. It's a tail fin. So it's a box. It's straight up and down. I mean, you see it, you look at it. So you make it like that. I personally don't know like how the hell it flies without wing pockets on the top either. That kind of floors me. Mine never worked that well with wing pockets on the top. They worked, they just didn't work that well. I mean, to the point of like he concentrated on it because it worked better. It wasn't really a factor of like all Exiles are that way. Exile 16 and quite a few others were done that way, but not all of them were done that way. It's just it worked for them. So and then they're not really like every aircraft is different the way you fold it. So you just have to keep making more. Yes, junk up your rooms. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. Junk up the rooms any way you can. But there's no way to do that though. How could you fold it in such a way that like I'm looking at it also thinking like you could punch in the back, you don't have to cut it. Like I think that was one let me stress this though. They're looking at it. You may be tempted to when you complete the fold, it's to make that slanted trailing edge, you got to do the cut. You sat through us doing that. You can't punch that in. You can't just simply fold that inside, tuck it inside, and create that. And like it just doesn't. It's not. Yeah, 290 of them. Oh my God, Abby, holy cow! Dalton would be proud. Dalton will be very happy to learn that his number would be increased by that. Have you been numbering them? Do you honestly know you've got 290? Oh man. That's wow. Wow. Um that's impressive. 290. Man. So how did you come about really? You came about that many of them? I feel like I've got hair all over my face. The cat was up here before the show. It's one of the reasons why I was like late starting the show. I got it's like spider webs. He's got the finest hair. I had to blow it off too because in case we were folding. But anyway, that Dalton will be proud. I gotta make sure that he knows this. I'm gonna get on there and say like, my God, dude, you got more. It's not surely one or two of them have got to be good though. I mean, maybe not number 16 good, but they got to be good. They're just good in their different ways. And I want to stress something else too that like a lot of people forget. And I know this firsthand because I've taken planes. It could be your environment. It's not like we float them inside. I think. January 22 of 2013. I don't honestly know, now that I think about this, I don't know if he flew that inside, but the flights you saw were outside, obviously. And they are susceptible to the type of weather they're flown in and the type of environment. Like I have taken quite a few planes and some even not even built by me that I borrowed and went on a TDY and that were used to flying in the south. Like I'll say this outright: the planes that I fly that have flown here, that have flown in South Carolina, especially, do not fly the same here in Wisconsin. They do not. Uh, North Carolina planes, it was different. It was somewhat disappointing, and it's one of the reasons why I think Nova was always like I changed up Nova because I think Nova suffered from the same problem. Like it flew really good in South Carolina and nowhere else, or it flew better in other places than I was expecting it to be. And like here in Wisconsin, I was trying to get that back, and it doesn't fly like it does in the Carolinas. It's like it flew different in 3 different states. Although I never tried the advances down there because I haven't been back to do it. So again, it could be your environment. It might not be. You might have different pressures. You might be close to the plains, close to the mountains, close to something that it might be so humid you can't fly right. It might not be. It might be so dry you can't fly right. If you can't match that, that's another way. Like you can't really tell. I mean, it's not. I'd have to ask him. I don't know how many. I don't know how many variants that is. I really don't. I don't know. I bet he doesn't know, and I don't think I have it anywhere in the sheets to be able to cross reference to tell how many he would have. What the hell? You're having a real problem. Yeah, report the damn issue. What the hell? That's just freaking weird. It keeps doing it, and I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, that's it chops. Oh wait, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's like it's bloody nuts. I don't understand why it's doing that crap. It shouldn't be doing that crap. Whatever. But anyway, Exile, his versions of Exile are like, yeah, he's got a few. He does what he does, but man, I would say he's probably got at least like 4 or 5. And I'm gonna say like just that because he was already borrowing that and he baselined it, and I don't think even I would consider anything that has a tailplane a different version or a different variant. Yeah, maybe I would, just because he does a full empennage. Yeah, because I like to call different variants on everything that like when I made a phase 3 E, A, F, G, all of them, they were different because of whatever little tweaks that were on them that stayed. Especially if it was like more than a test that went more than one model. So yeah, the variant was accepted, and that's the whole key. I don't know how other people do it. Mine is simple. Like if I will always like the phases got a lot of letters. I tested a lot of technology. If that technology worked enough to keep it on a second and third aircraft, then it warranted another letter. So it was another version or another variant of said phase. If it didn't work, it never got a letter. Like like flipping the wing pockets did get a letter. It worked. It didn't work well, but it worked. Um, well, there's others just like so. I didn't do. I don't know how many. I don't know how he breaks it down. I don't know how many he's got. So I'd have to ask. I'd have to find out. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. But anyway, so there's that. I got the phone. I can find out. But of course, he hasn't responded lately, which has got me scared because he hasn't responded in a long time. I might have to go visit him. Force him onto the show at gunpoint, knife point, pencil point, scissor point, whatever. Anywho, yeah. Well, we'd have to ask him directly because I'm not really sure. I don't know. I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know how he varies his aircraft. Hell, I don't know for that matter how OAE or any of our members do. I don't know how Robert does. I don't know how Mark does. Marlo, Don, Dave, Milton. I don't know how anybody does. I don't know how you would do it. I think it's totally up to you as to which guy, what like when you consider a different variant yourself. I mean, a lot of times it's like added tech, and it's obviously different for us paper folders. So however you want to chance it, like you're not putting avionics in there, you're not putting a guy in there, you know. So that is a very good question, though, and I will remember to have to ask him because I don't know how many he's got. I have to reference the sheets. The way this thing is acting lately, I don't know if I want to trigger that shit right now. It's just being weird tonight. So I'm going to cut this because it's being weird, and I'm going to have to do some tweaking. Let me know how this sounded and looked tonight because other than the hiccups, I'd like to think it was okay, but I'm not really sure because it's been doing some really stupid crap tonight. It still doesn't look right. Like I said, if you saw what you're seeing versus what OBS is showing is like scary, so I haven't played with it. So it's nice having it up in the background, so I know that it is running properly. But man, it's crashed on me. Disappointing. But anyway, yeah, keep building, keep flying, keep trying. 290 is good. I wouldn't, unless you burn them, shredded them, or trashed them. I wouldn't give up on them. Just because, like, some of them got to be good. By sheer numbers, you ought to have a ratio. Something ought to be good enough. Good enough. I mean, it might not be a number 16 equivalent, but you got to have something in there. There's no way in hell. Or something, I wouldn't think you'd miss trying it. 290, damn, you got a lot of time on your hands. I mean, I can crank out 290, but like, Jesus. I don't know if I'd want to. I hate work. I hate life like that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to cut it, like I said. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with our gibbledy-gob here on this. I hope to see you next week. I don't know if you will. You will continue to see me. It's just going to be a different, like, I don't know if the show can stay regular or live. That's going to be the big question. We'll be here. We'll just probably be in different capacity for the next 3 months. Get ready for that. Hey, with maybe a little bit of luck, it'll be shorter than that. Or something. Anyway, yeah. Again, thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for talking. Watch them, build them,